Our last player for today is wide receiver Traylon Ray. Questions for Traylon, Greg?
So Traylon, I know Neil talked about game one. Nobody really played very well. Game two seems like wide receiver wise, you guys were much more efficient. So compare and contrast first game to second game for the receivers.
First game, I just feel like it was nerves. We know how good we are, and we know how good we can be. Feel like we tried to go out there and do a little bit more than what we needed to do. So second game kind of just settled down, pitch and catch with Gigi, and then that'll just carry on to the rest of the season.
You as well. Did you feel more comfortable game two, just having a game under your belt?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that was just with everybody. Once you just get that first game under your belt, West Virginia is not an easy stadium to play in, even though it's a home game. Still, one of the best atmospheres you're going to play in. So I feel like it was nerves, but I feel like that's out of my system and everybody else on the team system.
What do you know about this rivalry?
I'm from Florida, so not much, but when I got here last year and I got to play in the game, you can just feel it. You can feel it throughout the week, and then once you step on that field, you feel it as soon as you go out there, and yeah.
Are you excited to get to experience Acrisure?
Definitely. I heard a couple of my teammates, like C.J. Donaldson, he told me how it was when he played his freshman year there, and he was just like, it's nothing like it, so I can't wait.
Is there a different mindset going into a rivalry game on the road versus at home?
No, it's just we know how good we are. We know how good the team is, so we're just going down there to play our game, just like any other game. And we know it's going to be, nail biter, but we just got to go out there and scratch, fight, and claw to get that win.
It looks a lot different this year compared to last year. What stood out in your early preparation?
Just as we're watching film on them, they're real feisty. All 11 has to the ball. So we're all going to have to, finish blocks, finish runs. It's gonna hurt, but we'll be all right.
They're also known to play a lot of press coverage, man at the line. When you hear that, what does it mean, and what will be the key to defeating it?
It doesn't really mean much. We're receivers at the end of the day. That's what we do. You get in the league, that's what you get paid for. You got to be man coverage, so it's just like any other day.
Neil has talked a lot these 2 weeks about the receivers running guys off on man coverage for run. Can you just take us through, how does that work?
It's really not much to it. If it's man coverage and we got a run play, you want to bring the corner's eyes away from it, get your running back more yards.
Is that just, do you just have to pretend like you're running a route, or?
Yeah, you can just make them believe that you're running a route and get them as far downfield as possible to get Jaheim or CJ the space they need.
I guess the flip is you can't go to block them too early because then they know it's a run.
Yeah.
You had a very, productive true freshman season. But how are you different this year? You better?
In my opinion, I'd say yes. I'm better. I'm stronger, faster. I'm in the return game now, so I know my coaches got faith in me with the ball in my hands. So I feel like just throughout the whole year, I can just show, our fan base and then even my teammates that I can be a factor in us winning.
Did you do kickoff return in high school? I think you did pretty much everything, if memory serves. And do you like doing that now?
Yeah, it's fun. That's the first play offense, so just to try to give the offense the spark we need. If I can be the person that does it, then yeah, I'd love to.
Is that different than in high school, though? Athletically, the guys coming at you are different.
Yeah, it's completely different. In high school, they're not down there as soon as you catch the ball, but as soon as you catch the ball, you look up, you have all 11 people running down there, and they're 5 yards away from you, so you got to hit the hole with speed.
Getting off to a good start. I think that you've been the target on the first play like the last 5 or 6 games. Mm-hmm. Coincidence? Something you guys drop in practice? Is it just the ball finding you?
Sometimes it's just the ball finding me, and other times it's kind of like coach will tell me, the ball's going to come to you. So I feel like that's just he's telling me without actually saying it that, we trust you to get us started, and I respect him a lot for that, and I appreciate it.
What are the butterflies or the excitement like when the first play, first series, the huddle breaks, and you got a chance for after a long week of practice and film, I'm sure too.
I feel like you just kind of stay here with it, be real mellow, because you can't get too excited, because might drop it. If you drop it, okay, cool, next play.
How close was the one against Penn State?
I had it in my hands. He ripped it away last minute, so it was right there. And that's how it can either go. You'll make it, make a big play, crowd goes wild, or you don't make it, and you got to play the next play.
You and Rodney ever play basketball against each other? Any one-on-one between the two of you? And who wins that?
We had a thing going on. Me, Rod, and Aiden Nelson. He plays basketball. We had something going on. I was up 3, and then it was Aiden 2, Rodney 2, and then now I think it's Aiden 4, me 3, Aiden 4, me 3, Rod 4.
You mentioned last year's Pitt game. Did the students bring it up when you were at class or things like that? If people talk about it on campus leading up to the game, you recall?
Everybody kind of talks about it around campus. A couple students, they'll walk up to me. But, most of the time, I'm really not main focus. I'm friends with Rod and Jaheim. I'm usually walking with them, so I'm kind of just, yeah.
Do you have any ties to Pitt players?
I don't know Pitt players personally, but Jaheim's really close with one of them, so I kind of know him through that.
Have any experience with rivalry game in high school? Was there a big rival in high school that you guys went up against?
Yeah, we had a rivalry game against the school of McClay, so I kind of know how that's my West Virginia versus Pitt when I was in high school, just how my school's into it and how I know how this state is into it and how Pitt's into it, so that's probably the closest thing I've ever been to it.
What goes into a great catch? What goes into a great catch? Do they just happen, or?
Some of it's just reaction, athleticism. You either have it or you don't, but you got to put in the work every day. In practice, you can't. You see one of those balls in practice, okay, try to go make it in practice, because as many times as you make it in practice, when it comes to the game, it's kind of normal to you. So you don't really have, whoa, did I just make that? Nah, you're kind of just used to it at that point.
You say your best catches probably were made in practice?
Yeah, my best catches probably have been made in practice.
Nobody cheering except for teammates.
Nah, yeah.
Okay, anything else for Traylon?